The Canon 70D is absolutely brilliant. Look, maybe this quarantine is getting to me, but just hear me out. I mean, we're all just getting by with basic needs right now. And that's exactly what this camera's all about. With the Canon 70D, you have everything you need to make a good video. Sure, there's no 4K, but there's 1080p at 24 and 30 frames per second, MOV, all intra, and even though the camera doesn't specify, if you do a little research, you'll find that the bitrate is around 91 megabits per second. That's pretty good. And it even has slow motion 120 frames per second, albeit at 720p. Still though, the 70D, it has slow motion. Also, the Canon 70D has a mic input. Granted, Canon isn't known for its preamps, but still, this is a quarantine. We're working with the basics. The 70D has a mic input, and that's something that you need for content creation. And of course, we can't forget what made the Canon 70D famous in the first place: dual pixel autofocus. I hit the mic cable. And of course, we can't forget what made the Canon 70D famous in the first place: dual pixel autofocus. The Canon 70D has genuinely good autofocus. And that's what's important when filming YouTube videos. You just need something that you can rely on, and the 70D is one of those cameras that you can totally rely on. And of course, every YouTuber's favorite feature, the Canon 70D has an articulating screen. And I don't mean one of those bullshit flip up or flip down screens where you have to use a cage just to put the mic on and get it out of the... No. It has a proper swing out to the side, flip facing towards you, articulating screen just like Jesus intended. And of course, there's the overall user experience. And I've got to say, the Canon 70D is one of those cameras that I've just bonded with throughout the years. There's just little things that add up to the overall user experience. For example, the touchscreen is good. I mean, it's like phone quality touchscreen. You don't have to constantly mash the buttons or really try hard to pinch and zoom. It all just sort of works right away. And another thing, and I know it sounds funny, but if you're filming yourself and you constantly have to hit the record button, the record button feels great on this camera. It's nice and spongy. I know it has nothing to do with anything, but it's a small touch like that that really adds to the overall user experience. And of course, it wouldn't be YouTube if we didn't mention the obvious: Canon's lens selection. I know it's been said a million times over, but Canon genuinely has a ton of really good lenses. You've got all of these EFS and all of these EF lenses to choose from. It's a huge selection. Anyway guys, I think that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.